drop shipping, the famous or infamous drop shipping. Something that's been going on the famous term that's going around the internet for a while, for a couple of years, and a lot of gurus are actually talking about it. And I'm going to talk about it today. I'll tell you my perspective of dropshipping, about dropshipping, what it is, how to implement it, who is it for, downsides, like pros and cons, and everything about it. So let's dive in. First, I want to make a disclaimer. I'm not an expert in dropshipping, but I know a couple of tricks because I'm amazing. No, I'm just kidding. So dropshipping, it's a branch of e-commerce business where you, let's say, sell an item and you never touch it. So this is like a simple explanation, but I'll give you a really good example. You create a Shopify web store. You find an item on, let's say, AliExpress, eBay, Amazon, whatever, but usually people go to AliExpress, and then they find an item they want to resell. So let's say they find an item for $2 and they resell it through their Shopify web store for $10 to, let's say they want to sell the product in USA and AliExpress is selling the item in China, for example. So as you can see, you have a difference here: $2 on AliExpress, $10 on Shopify. Then you have shipping expenses, taxes, and everything. Then you get a profit margin. So basically, what you're doing is reselling items from AliExpress to, let's say, people in the United States through your web store. So you are a drop shipper. You are the middleman, the middle guy, middle girl, whatever you want to call it. So yeah. Drop shipping became famous, I would say, 4 years ago or 3 years ago, something like that. It became really popular and very attractive to people that wanted to create a passive income. So something that will automatically give them monies, something that will create income on automatically on each month, and they wouldn't have to do anything. My dog just burped. Not sure if you heard that. It's such a funny sound. But yeah, so usually a lot of gurus start to ride this wave and start to talk about drop shipping, like how they're making tons of money with drop shipping. They started selling courses. They started to sell the story, So it's another passive income. It's a great way to start a business. It's a great way to earn millions or whatever. Drop shipping is not easy. So drop shipping, like I mentioned, it's reselling. So you need to understand the basics of a business, of an e-commerce business. It's not just set up a store, start using Facebook ads, resell, and that's it. Maybe it used to be like that at the beginning when there was no competition, no competitors. You could just put a Shopify default page, I don't know, pick whatever item you want and then throw it into Facebook ads, see what sticks, and that's it. Today, you need to understand that you still need to create a story. You need to create a small brand. Like, you don't have to have a main brand, and you don't have to go global. You can still like resell one item. But you need to have a nice logo, a nice website. You need to have a story, and you need to have the whole campaign set up for email marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads. You need to have everything covered up, especially with customer care, customer support. So you need to understand that drop shipping is a business. It's not a get rich scheme, whatever. It can be a really good passive income. It can even be a business, or you can for example, a lot of drop shippers start drop shipping. They see the product is going really well, and then they usually create their own brand and they start to manufacture this item for themselves under their brand. So this is how they kind of transition, because having your own brand and your own items is actually a lot better, and you can produce a higher income with that. You can have bigger profits, bigger profit margins, because dropshipping can kind of give you low profit margins. So that's what is dropshipping. This covers what is dropshipping. Who is it for? Well, dropshipping is for everybody, let's say, who wants to start learning how to create an e-commerce business. I would say it's the best starting point into going online, learning Facebook ads, learning how to create converting landing pages, Shopify stores, whatever, learning email marketing, how to calculate profits, how does customer support actually function, is it good, is it not. So I would say it's really good for people that want to start out, but I need to kind of say that it's not easy. So you could waste a lot of money on finding the perfect product. The biggest problem with dropshipping is finding the product that will actually sell. So I've heard about people that find the product straight off the bat. Like they create a Shopify store, they do a product research, they put it on Shopify, blast the ads, and they're millionaires. It can happen, but that's like 3% of people that will do it actually. So usually the biggest obstacle here in dropshipping is finding the product that will actually sell. So you can spend $100 finding the product, or you can spend $5,000 or even $10,000 finding the perfect product that will actually sell. So scaling and everything else is not that difficult, I would say, but finding the product that will sell is the most difficult part right now, because you have a lot of competitors. Let's say you find a product, but you're a competition that has like millions, that can spend thousands of dollars per day. They could probably outsell the product, and you will just get the small piece of the pie, which is still great. You're still producing income. You can still reinvest into dropshipping business or into something else. So it's really good to start out, and I kind of wouldn't spend a lot of money on dropshipping, but I would spend on Facebook ads to learn how to, I would kind of spend money to learn how everything functions, even if I fail. I did it 3 years ago. I failed really hard because I kind of didn't know how to create perfect landing pages. I just bought a course and went through it. Of course, courses can be a really good jump start, can give you a really good jump start, but they can also be like really bad, and they won't tell you those small details that you kind of need to know before you're going into dropshipping. But I learned a lot. Like I learned how to create a Shopify web store, how to customize it, how to connect Facebook pixels, Google Analytics, how to track stuff. This is how I also started learning a lot about Facebook ads. So it was even 4 years ago, not even, yeah, it was 4 years ago, not 3 years ago. And I got a really, really valuable experience from that. Did I get a sale? Yes, I got a couple of sales, but it wasn't profitable, and kind of gave up. And started focusing more, like I was going back to my agency a lot more, rather than I was focusing on my agency rather than dropshipping. So if you're a total beginner, I would suggest you try it out, but please understand that this is the money that you will just spend. You will throw it away. That's it. So if you have like spare $500,000 you want to throw away, do it. You will learn a lot about e-commerce business. You will learn how products, shippings, customer supports, ads, how everything functions. And then you can either go with dropshipping, go with your brand, or go with helping out your clients. So you can learn a lot. Now, the problems with dropshipping is, yes, you can earn a lot of money, but please know that profit margins are small. So around 20-30%, maybe 60. But I wouldn't say they go above 60. Maybe you can find some products that you could sell for, I don't know, $100, and they cost $10 on AliExpress. But people are not stupid today, so they will do a research. They will go to AliExpress, and if they find the same item, they will just buy it from AliExpress. They will also wait for 2 or 3 weeks, so they'll buy it there. So it's really hard to find a profitable item. Although, like I mentioned, if an item or product sells, you can create your own, you can start manufacturing it, and then you can start selling it under your brand. Another con is the shipping time is really slow. Like it takes 2, 3, or 4 weeks for an item from China to come to USA or wherever. They do have warehouses in USA now, Europe, and so on, but it still takes a week or two to kind of ship to someplace, which could bring you a lot of like bad reviews or unhappy customers, and you can get like worse quality scores. So dropshipping can be used for beginners. Even experts are doing it because it can be a really good side money, like passive income, but it's not passive because you do have to create everything, and you need to manage everything. You need to treat it like an e-commerce business because it is a business. It's not something that you can just create, click, play, that's it. I'm going to bank hard. You won't. But is it good? It is. Like I mentioned, you will learn a lot of stuff from it. You'll probably fail, which is fine. A lot of people fail, and that's also fine. Only a small percentage earn really big money with this, and then they will start selling courses on how to do it. They will become gurus and whatever. But usually these people are people that find a product right straight out the bat, and then they kind of scale it, because scaling is not that hard, trust me. They scale it, they earn a lot of money, and then they try to recreate it or not, or they kind of create a course and then they try to sell the course, but I never recreated this again. They had one product and that's it. So don't trust anyone about dropshipping. You have a ton of free content on YouTube. Go to YouTube and watch tutorials, watch people how they're doing it, and start doing it yourself. Then you have to find your perfect way. When is the like best time to start drop shipping? Well, it's now. So if you want to try it out, try it out. But like I mentioned, bear in mind you're throwing away money, and think about it like, that's it. I have $500 to spend. They will disappear from my bank account. That's it. Don't have an emotional attachment to those $500. Let's say, for example, if you don't have money, if you're struggling with I don't know, your life costs, living costs, don't do dropshipping. Like, save the money, get another job. I don't know, do some side jobs, side hustling, get some pocket change, get some money, get some side income, put it into another account, and then reuse that if you want for dropshipping. But I would never advise you to spend money, your like last money or that you have for living costs or whatever life costs. I would never advise you to spend that on learning dropshipping, because it's not a miracle way to save you from a bad situation or whatever. A normal job will do, and then you just save up money and that's it. This is how I started my agency, for example. I saved up money so I can pay for living costs, costs for a company, and then I got more clients and blah 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 blah. Doesn't matter. So dropshipping is a really okay way to figure out and start an e-commerce business. If you don't have your own brand, if you don't manufacture your items, you can learn a lot from it. But like I mentioned, bear in mind you have to spend money, and maybe you will not get anything in return, but you will get valuable knowledge. So pros and cons. Again, pros, you'll learn a lot about online marketing, about an e-commerce business. Cons, low profit margins, really hard to find a good converting product. You could actually not sell anything, and you do have monthly costs, let's say for Shopify or some tools and everything. So you need to value if you want to learn something and spend time on it, spend money, or if you don't want to do anything and just, I don't know, don't drop ship. So if you want to learn, try dropshipping. My suggestion is throw away the money and get that valuable knowledge about Facebook ads, Google ads, landing pages, everything else. And yeah, that's it. Good luck with it, and hope you succeed. And you hope you'll be in those 3%. Bye bye.